mill. And I just, you know what you're so used to seeing in gyms? Are people going from machine to machine, you know, doing their 3 sets time 10, taking rest. I saw one guy with a DVD player sitting in a abductor machine, and you know, that's what you're just sort of used to. That's just the culture, right? To see someone trained in a way that was obviously a strength workout, but also a very intense cardiovascular workout. I had to go ahead and ask what it was all about.
Let's just go up there, run up to there, and just run on back. When you run back, get center here, and just stay on the line and go to the stop sign.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Try and apply everything we talked about before. He's a quick learner. He's been a quick learner, which is good, and he's super motivated about this stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Is his running kind of his strength right now?
No. No, even though that's a 2:38 marathoner, this guy, like, he doesn't use his hamstrings as much as he could, where he's using his hip flexors a little bit more. So, you know, I don't know that I'm going to make him faster than a 2:38 marathoner where he was, you know, 10 years ago or whatever, but, you know, we will definitely make him feel like it's a lot easier.
So maybe give him your background. So you are currently, what is your job?
Well, I'm currently, in the past year, I've been editorial director of Triathlete Magazine, Inside Triathlon Magazine, and I'm actually now editorial director of Competitor Magazine, which is, we're relaunching Competitor as a national running magazine with a bit of a multi-sport bend to it. So I've been doing this kind of thing for more than a decade. I've written for Outside Magazine, a variety of different health and fitness magazines over the years. So I've known a lot of professional endurance athletes over the years and a lot of coaches, you know, very good ones. In the 90s, I had some decent running times at 2:38 marathon, 32-minute 10K, 15-minute 5K kind of runner.
Very fast.
Yeah, but honestly, the last 10 years, it's just been a roller coaster ride of injury to injury to injury.
He actually interviewed a few athletes in the new Triathlete magazine that's going to come out, and you'll see.
It's on newsstands now, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So it's on newsstands now. There. It's about 10 pages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 pages on what it is we do with CrossFit Endurance, and in that process of him interviewing one of the athletes, Guy Petrozelli, it kind of sparked some things, and he decided to take this adventure himself.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
You were.
Well, he had that car accident in June, and just in telling his story about how not only did he maintain fitness while recovering from pretty serious injuries, he actually exceeded the fitness that he had before. And the way he trained was the way I train, the way most endurance athletes train, the traditional sort of base training kind of route toward triathlon and running. And so talking with him, somebody who came from the background that I had, and just hearing in detail the effect that transitioning into CrossFit Endurance had, I'm like, I wanted to know more. And then when all my body broke down from 20 years of being a distance runner for the umpteenth time, I was ready to follow his lead on it. So
You're crossing that line here, over that center. So if I'm taking away from 0 here to here, I'm going to compensate up here. I'm going to crank over here, give it up. Instead of running at 0 degree underneath that hip. So if my feet are directly underneath that hip, that's about where I want to land. Versus crossing over, because I'm going to compensate, because you have no choice. It's mechanical, it's leverage. So leverage is being created here, so you're going to give it up here. It's facing this way, it's fine. Just find it, alternating feet, and just pulling in place. Beautiful. Just staying tight. Notice not a whole lot has to happen. And if we come back here, you'll notice where his feet are landing, which is where directly, right where they should be landing, right? Directly underneath that, directly underneath the hip where they're inserted, where the femur is. So when you're ready, go ahead, put a lean on it, and see if you can move. Beautiful. And relax.
I was training for a half marathon, the Rock and Roll Half in Las Vegas, which is in early December, and I've been training for quite a while. And I wasn't improving. That was another thing. I was doing all this training, 50 to 60 miles a week of running, tempo runs, etc. But I just thought that would come at some point. But my right knee basically shut down in early November, and I was limping for weeks, and the icing, whatever I was doing, wasn't helping me at all. So 5 or 6 weeks after that, still limping, I limped into CrossFit San Francisco, spent some time with Kelly, and I honestly haven't limped since. But he addressed not just how to sort of bandage up the problem, rather he was actually helping me get to the roots of what was going on in terms of my mobility, and that was the starting point really for me on all this.
He didn't give you a Band-Aid, he made you work.
No, he didn't ask me what the pain was.
Yeah.
You know.
The first time that's ever happened.
He had me do a squat, and from that he started assessing, my movement, and he was looking at the underlying problems and issues that I've probably been trying to run around for 20 years now,
Foot higher. Foot higher. Use that hamstring. So,
Foot higher.
Just drop that. Stand facing that way. Pull that foot up for me. Now, so go ahead, hold on to me. So, where'd you pull that foot to?
Where'd I pull it to?
Yeah. Where do I want you to pull that foot to?
Up to the butt.
Nope.
No.
To that knee. So, hold on to me.
Okay.
Bingo. That is where I want you to pull it to. So it's pulling right up underneath here. Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Boom. Now hold it up there. Relax that foot. There we go. Hit it. Yeah. Woo. There we go. You definitely see the limit on that right knee. Good. On that right knee versus his left, where he had the surgery and he's got a limited range of motion. I could feel it when he was bringing his foot up and I was pushing down. Bring it on back again. That looks good. This is awesome. Holy shit, you got it. How much work was that? That looks so much fucking better.
Yeah, I feel it.
Dude, that looks so much better. Even though you're like exhausted.
And now we've got you on a paleo diet.
Yeah. Hey man, when it starts working.
I got you. I think this is like the 4th or 5th vegetarian that we've converted. That I personally felt that we've had some work on. At any rate, it's not that I'm, I just want what's best for you, and I want your tissue to heal properly, and you have the ability to experience what it is we've had our athletes experience. And so I'm going to take you, we're taking you down that route that we've gone, and what's worked and not what hasn't.
And it's just, and I've been in triathlon and running since the 80s, and to work with folks that are, the first thing they're talking about is technique. The first thing they're talking about is where you are physically, as opposed to throwing you into a program that your body may or may not even be able to digest. Is completely unique. And I've been around a long time.
Yeah.
It's just staying right in here. Okay? It's just, we're working at that one, we want to work with that one contact point. Granted, all of us are probably like this, because just the fears of what it is we do, all that, our understanding, our perception of everything, we're probably here versus just that minimal contact point, which physics will tell us the less contact the better, right? And it's just stabilization underneath that, which is that support phase, and leaning on that, just boom, just the wheel turns.
People in the triathlon and in endurance, like not CrossFit communities, like, are they embracing this, or are they not liking it, or just what's their response to this type of stuff?
Well, it used to be no, they weren't embracing it. The paradigm shift that occurred, several years ago, we've seen grow in the manner that, you know, we're now seeing people embrace it more and more. They're seeing, oh yeah, okay, strength and conditioning needs to be more of a part of this. Whether we can get them full on all on board or not is another story, but we are seeing more and more folks follow suit. You know, TJ has a lot of clout and pull in this neighborhood, and he's been somebody who's been involved in it for years, in fact most of his life, doing this stuff. So here's somebody who recognized a problem and wants to change it and enjoys what he does with it as much as I do. I mean, I still enjoy going out and running, you know, trails and doing what I do, but you know, I know that you know, certain things are going to come at a cost, and that I can do certain things within CrossFit and this model that we've built that will allow me to just continue to do this stuff injury-free, pain-free, and that's what we want with him. And I think by him following suit with this and giving this a shot, that we're going to see a whole lot of people accept this because of who he is, and what he's done.
I'm a journalist within the running and triathlon world. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the last 14 years. So one of the things for me is to explore something new with validity behind it and report on it. And that's what's in the article in Triathlete Magazine right now. And what I'm working with Kelly and Brian on, and the CrossFit Invictus guys, ultimately is going to be in a running magazine that we're producing, probably the May or June issue. But again, it's to actually, it'll be even better this time, because before I just talked to triathletes that were using the CrossFit endurance method. Now to actually kind of go through the process from someone who has never been to a CrossFit gym, and to actually go through the process, you know, that Brian has developed, and write about it. That's my job. So, thanks, man.
Liquid gold, dude.
All right.
Protein with amino acids in it, and coconut water. Watch how good that tastes.
Wait, yeah, say again. It's coconut water.
Coconut water, and the post-workout SFH protein.
Oh, that's really good,
isn't it?
It's like what are those drinks called?
It's like cacao and
yeah, pina colada.
Pina colada.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, post-workout.